Hi, welcome to Pilates Sculpt and Tone. My name is Sofia and I'll be guiding you through your practice today. Today we will be using one set of light weights. I have a 2 and a 3 pound weight, two different styles. So any weights, water bottles, anything will do as long as you have two of them. We'll get started in a rest pose or a child's pose. Bring your big toes together. Separate your knees a little wider than your mat. And fold forward, resting your forehead on the ground. Stretch your arms towards the very top of your mat. And just take a deep breath in, filling up your body, creating space for this practice, space in your lungs, space in your hips. Breathe in, allow that energy to circulate through as you prepare to move. And open up, exhale. Think of it as staleness. Exiting your body, again, creating space for what's to come. Continue to take deep breaths like that. And let's add a stretch. Walk your hands off of your mat to the left side. Push your hips towards your heels and stretch through your right side body. Feel the muscles in between each and every rib separate and stretch as you inhale. Get deeper as you exhale. Come through center nice and long, and then walk your hands off of your mat to the right side. Push your hips towards your heels. This time, stretch your left side body a lot. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Come back through center. Take one more inhale in and an exhale out. I'm just going to check the volume. All right, from here, continue to breathe just like that. Think about what brought you to your mat today. That is your intention for coming to class. Rise to all fours, continuing to think about your intention. What brought you here? Is it to build strength or balance? How can you discover that in this practice? Think about that throughout class. On your next inhale, find a little spinal extension, a cow pose. Pull your chest forward, point your tailbone up, and stretch your belly. Exhale to a cat. Round and flex your spine. Press away with your hands and shins. Let's breathe through those two movements. Inhale to an extension, a little cow pose. And exhale, cat. Round your spine. Lift your mid back to the sky. Continue to move through these two motions, cat and cow, flowing with your own breath. With your eyes closed, think about what your body needs from you as you prepare to move into a more of our conditioning or exercising exercises. Do you need a stretch of your wrists? In which case, flip your palms back, stretch the top and the front of your wrist. Do you need to barrel your ribs or sway your hips? Find those movements that feel good and right to you. Move freely here. Always feel free to add on and take things away as you see fit. From here, pause in your tabletop. We'll start with the left side, a little bird dog work. Send your left leg behind you with your toes tucked and begin to pedal forward and back on the ball of your left foot. Bringing awareness to the back line of your left leg, as well as stretching the toe knuckles and arches, all that fascia, connective tissue, loosening it up. Pause here, engage your glutes, engage your core, and pick up your left leg. Bend your knee so that the sole of your foot faces the ceiling, and start to take little pulses here. Little pulse up and up for 8. Keep your hips square to the floor. Press away with your fingertips and avoid letting your chest fall down. Pull your shoulder blades apart as you press the floor away. Here we go for 4. Hold in 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Now cross your left knee towards your right calf muscle. As you exhale, laterally kick your left leg to the left in a fire hydrant pose. And repeat that in a flow. So we cross, inhale, exhale, lateral extend. You can either stay here or extend through your knee, a little kick. It's a cross tap and kick. So 2 variations. The extended knee version is much more challenging. Not only are we using our outer hips and glutes, but you should feel your obliques engaged. So really engage to the front line of your body. Try to keep your chest squared. Let's go for 5 more here. 3, 2. Remember, knee bent or knee straight, up to you. Last one, hold it out the little pulse. If your leg is straight, pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5. We're not done yet. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your knees together and open. Together and open. If your leg was straight, bend it and continue with this movement. Here we go for 8. Last 7, 6, final 5. Getting right into our booty work. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees underneath your hips. Tabletop. Inhale to a little cow. Exhale, cat. Let's do the same thing on the other side. I'll flip around so that I'm in your view in the video. Send your right leg back. Tuck your toes and begin to pedal forward and back to start. You'll feel it stretching your calf as you drive your heel back. Stretch your toe knuckles. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Set yourself up. Shoulders over wrists. Pick up your right leg. Keep your hips squared. Belly pulled in. Bend your knee. And begin to pulse your foot towards the sky. It's like you're trying to create a footprint of your foot on the ceiling right above you. Little stamp and stamp for 8, 7, 6, 5. It's really easy to let your belly sag here. Pull your abdominals up and in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we cross to the left calf. Exhale, lateral. Extend your hip to the right. Cross and open. Cross and open. Again, you can straighten your leg. Kick. Kick. We're here for 8. 7, 6. Belly pulled in. Using your abdominals to fight against moving your ribs side to side. And that's almost impossible. Last 4, 3, 2. Keep it out on 1. If your leg is straight, it's a little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If your leg is straight, bend your knee. Now bring your knees together and open. Together and open for 8. Last 7, 6, final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the mat. Inhale to a little cow. Exhale, cat. Keep this cat. Tuck your toes under and push your hips towards your heels. Lift your knees off of the floor. So stretch for your hips real quick. Stretch for your toe knuckles. Now we're going to add some abdominals and shoulders. Gaze forward. Shift forward to a hovering tabletop so your knees are just an inch off the ground. Then push your hips towards your heels and pounce forward. That's the flow. So it's back and forward, back and forward. Either stay here or add on. As you shift forward, it's knee to elbow and back. Knee to elbow and back. Keep going just like that. Higher into your underarm is better. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your hovering tabletop. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your hips up, pike pose. Sink one heel down to the floor, bend your opposite knee, stretch. Rise up onto your tippy toes, and then bend your opposite knee, opposite heel to the ground, stretch. Pedal that out here, bend into one knee and then the other. Breathe in and breathe out. Gaze at your feet. Walk your hands towards your feet at the back of your mat for a ragdoll pose, a forward fold. Separate your feet hip distance apart or even wider, as wide as your mat's fine. Bend your knees so much that your belly can rest on your thighs. And let your upper body hang extremely heavy. You can grab onto your elbows or let your arms dangle. You can sway if that feels good, or even chest expansion. Take, again, those movements that feel intuitive to you, that you need to prepare your own body for your own personal practice. Keep your belly pulled in to protect through your lower back and your knees nice and soft. Arrive right in the center, toe heel your feet together, big toes touch. Soften your knees, and as you inhale, slowly begin to roll up to standing, stacking your spine one vertebra at a time. Let your head and your shoulders be the last thing to rise. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Exhale, add a little back bend, cactus your elbows, lift your heart up. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, unite your hands at your heart and face forward. Bow your gaze to your fingers or close your eyes. Lift all 10 toes off of the mat, fan them apart, and then lower them down like piano keys gripping the earth. Feel that support, that energy underneath you, and allow the energy to reverberate up the entire length of your body, out of the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in, holding your intention close to your heart. What brought you to your mat today? What is your word, your phrase, the idea, the concept that you want to enhance throughout this practice and even take off of your mat into your day, whether it's strength or confidence or balance. Hold that intention close to your heart and your mind's eye. Take a deep breath in and breathe it out to be manifested. Let's move into our flow. Blink open your eyes. Inhale, mountain pose. Circle, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Either swan dive your arms open or invite your hands to heart center. Bend your knees as you near the bottom of your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Think of a tabletop with your spine. Unround your shoulders and pull your ribs forward as you breathe in. Exhale, high plank. Soften your knees. Plant your hands out in front of you and walk forward. Big steps towards the top of your mat. Shift forward towards your tippy toes and lower your knees to the ground. Separate your hands wider than your mat. Thumbs on your mat, pinkies off of your mat. Moving into our wide arm push-ups. Bend your knees and draw your heels in towards your glutes to engage your hamstrings. We lower down for 2. Elbows wide. Exhale, up for 2. So inhale, down for 2. Exhale, up for 2. I'm going to face forward so you can see me. As you bend your elbows back in a diagonal wide so that you're getting into your chest, keeping your shoulders out of your ears. You can move from a toes tucked position, a high plank, and even separate your feet wider to make more of a base of balance. Keep breathing. Down for 2, up for 2. Press away with your hands. Think of pulling your chest, using your chest muscles as you press away. Here we go. 3 more like that. Down for 2, up for 2. Down for 2, up for 2. Last one. Down for 2. Up for 2, press back to a little rest pose, child's pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, all fours, tuck your toes. Exhale, pike your hips to the sky. Let that flow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, forward fold, or to the center rather. Inhale, halfway lift, tabletop your back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to standing. Roll up slowly. Build your spine. Exhale, add a back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to add on here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Keep your right leg in front. Step your left foot towards the back of your mat. Now we are going to kneel down, and sometimes you need a little extra cushion for your knee, in which case you can roll up your mat or use a towel or a pillow. Kneel your left knee to the ground. Locate your weights. Should have said you're at the top of the mat to start. Grind down through your right heel and inhale, rise up. We don't need the weights yet. Make sure they're nearby. Untuck your toes. Sit up nice and tall. Weight into your front heel. Lengthen your tailbone down and lift your ribs off of your hips. Interlace your fingers and place your hands on your right thigh. As you inhale, push your thigh away from you. As you do so, think of lifting your ribs a little higher, creating more space through your torso. Exhale, sink into the stretch, opening your frontal left hip. Inhale, press away. It's a little flow. Exhale, let yourself sink into the stretch. A couple more like that. Inhale, press away. Exhale, sink. We need to open our hips. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, from here, shift forward, grab onto your weights. If you feel like it's too much pressure on your knee, you can tuck your toes or, again, layer something underneath your knee. Engage your abdominals, lift your chest, and bend your elbows in close to your side body. Moving into tricep kickbacks here. Extend your elbows behind you, weights higher than your hips, and then bend to your hips. So extend and bend halfway, extend and bend. So it's a halfway reduced range of motion here. Weights face one another. so that your back of your palm is facing out. You can either stay here or tuck your back toes under and move into a high lunge, making it more challenging for yourself. You take your variation. We're here for 8. Last 7. 6. We'll move into full range of motion in 5. 4. Full range in 3. 2. On 1. Full range. Weights to shoulders and back. Shoulders and back. Avoid swinging your weights. So you're not just swinging them. There's resistance out, resistance in. So you feel your biceps on the way in and your triceps on the way out. Here for 8. Last 7. And your right outer glute is doing a lot of work because you're using your front leg to stabilize and keep your hips squared. Belly pulled in as well. Here we go for 5. Keep it back in 4. 3. 2. Last 1. Keep it back. It's a little lift for 8. 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now weights together and open. Together and open for 8. Last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw your weights to your shoulders, roll your shoulders back, and lower your weights down. Pick up your left knee, gaze forward as you inhale. Exhale, step to the top of your mat for a forward fold. Bend your knees one at a time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll move through our flow once again. Inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, add a back bend. Open your chest. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll repeat that low lunge sequence. Exhale, low lunge. This time, step your right leg towards the back of your mat so your left knee is in front. Tuck your toes or untuck, kneel down to a cushion behind you, and then inhale, rise up to a crescent moon. Take a moment to recalibrate, stabilize, land on your right knee, weight into your left heel to urge your hips and chest to face forward towards the front. Interlace your fingers and place them on top of your left thigh. As you inhale, find length through your front and back body. Exhale, sink into the stretch, opening now your frontal right hip. You're not totally sinking into it. You're nice and active as you press forward. Let's find a flow. Inhale, you push away. Kind of sink away from that lunge. And then exhale, sink into it. Breathe in, push away. And breathe out to sink. One more time, inhale. Exhale, breath. On this side, I notice I need a little bit more cushion and support. So one more roll onto my mat. Grab onto your weights now. Lift your chest halfway. Bend your elbows in towards you. Tricep kick back, second variation. Open your send your arms back. Flip your weights to face up. This time, lower your weights towards your knees in front of you. And then pendulum and back. So it's a pendulum forward and a pendulum back. Again, avoid swinging your weights. That's not what it's about. You see the difference? It's resistance forward, resistance back. Here we go for 8. Last 7. Try to get the weights nice and high behind you. For 5, 4. We'll keep it back in 3, 2. Keep it back on 1. Now bend your elbows and straighten. Bend and straighten. Here for 8. Last 7, 6, 5. Keep it back in 4. 3, 2, last 1. Keep it back. It's a little circle. In and out. In and out. For 6, 5, 4. We reverse in 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. Woo, lost my balance there. Reverse. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Waist through shoulders. Roll your shoulders out. Plant your weights down. Lift your right knee off of the floor. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Shake out your legs. Let's flow once more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Roll up to standing. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Now we'll move into our chaturanga push-up, which is a tricep push-up combo. Inhale, halfway lift. I'll show you several variations. Exhale, when you hear me say chaturanga dandasana, plant your hands, step back to a high plank, high push-up position. Now this is a flow of several exercises together. Variation 1, shift forward towards your tippy toes, option to lower to your knees. It's a tricep push-up, point your elbows back, lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog, you flip to the tops of your feet, lift your thighs off the ground, gaze forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, pike your hips to the sky. That's where we always meet. Or when I said chaturanga, you could take 2 more modified variations. These are what you'll see me do most of class. Shift forward to high plank. Either add a push-up or just hold your high plank through the cue of up dog. When I say down dog, you press back. So you take your variation, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's move into our weighted flow, our prep. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, journey to the center of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Grab your weights. Inhale, chair pose. Always bring your weights through your shoulders first and up. Shoulders, weights through shoulders. And just to show you, out. Weights through shoulders and back. That's how it works. Shoulders and up. Shoulders and out. Shoulders and back. We never swing the weights. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Release your weights. Inhale, halfway lift. Here we go. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, high to mid plank. You take your variation of your flow. Like I said, I like to hold high plank. Inhale. Exhale, down dog is where we meet. Let's add our legs. Inhale your right leg high, 3-limb dog. Flex your ankle on the way up. Keep your hips squared. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Shift forward to a high plank. Draw your knee high into your underarm. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Cross your body. It's a little twist. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Think knee to nose. And then step your foot in between your hands. If it doesn't quite get there, hold onto your heel and glide it forward. Grab onto your weights. Soften your back knee. Keep your back heel lifted. And inhale, crescent lunge. Bring your weights to your shoulders as you lift your chest. And then shoulder press your weights overhead and breathe. Weights face one another. I'm going to face you so that you can see me. In your crescent lunge, make sure that your right knee and your right toes face one another. And your back hip is squared forward. Your legs are on train tracks, separated hip distance apart. Micro bend your elbows at the top. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale your weights to your shoulders. Exhale, warrior 2. Spin your back heel down, parallel to the back edge of your mat. Traction your right knee over your toes. And then open your arms to a wide W, palms face up. So you're never locking your elbows out. Breathe in. Sit deeper as you exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Draw your weight to your shoulders. Backhand to your hip. Punch your top weight straight up. So at no point here are you doing a side body stretch like a traditional reverse warrior with the weights. It's a shoulder press to lengthen the side body. Protect your body. Exhale, chaturanga. Draw your weights to your shoulders. Pivot forward on your back foot first. Then plant your hands down onto the mat. Step back high plank and move through your flow. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Down dog is where we meet. Inhale your left leg high now. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Shift forward. Hike your knee into your underarm. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, cross the body. It's a little rotation. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step forward into a low lunge. Grab onto your weights. Inhale, crescent lunge. Soften your back knee as you lift your chest. Draw your weights to your shoulders and up. Find the same alignment in your lower body. And now we focus more attention on the upper body as I cue. Think of pulling your lower belly in order to lengthen your tailbone down. Avoid letting your ribs flare. Keep them pulled in. Our Pilates core, nice and engaged. Shoulders glide down your back. You can soften your elbows if you need to. Inhale your weights to your shoulders. Now you'll see the back alignment. Exhale, warrior 2. Spin your back heel down. Lunge into your front knee. And once again, open your arms to a wide W. Again, open your hip. Active press through your back foot. Make sure you're not leaning too far forward, too far back. You're nice and stacked vertically. Skull over shoulders, shoulders over hips. From here, inhale, reverse warrior, weights through shoulders. Back hand to your hip. Front weight straight up, a little shoulder press. Lengthen your left side body. Exhale, chaturanga, weights through shoulders. Pivot forward on your back foot. Plant your weights down and move through your flow. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Down dog is where we meet. Inhale here. Open mouth, exhale. Kneel down for a moment. Grab a little sip of water. Avoid chugging. Next, we're going to move into our more intense flow, higher intensity flow. So cheers. Little sip. Down dog is where we meet. Get your weights ready. You can use heavier weights in this series. Breathe in. Down dog as we exhale. Inhale, gaze forward towards the top of your mat. Exhale, travel forward, big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Grab your weights. Inhale, chair pose. Weights through shoulders and up. Exhale your weights to your shoulders. Draw your hands to your heart center. Press your weights into one another. Stand up, separate your feet hip distance apart. Moving into our squat series. Sit low into your squat and take little pulses. Back and back. Shift your weight towards your heels. Toes remain light on against the mat. Traction your knees over your pinky toes. Avoid knocking them in. Press out and out. Here we go for 8, 7. We'll stand up in 6, 5, 4. Shoulders roll down. Chest stays lifted. Belly pulled in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up and lower it down. Single squats. We lift and lower. Lift and lower. Sit deep into your squat. Can you bring your thighs parallel to the floor and keep your chest lifted though? Avoid forward folding. At no point should I see the top of your head. Always your face. Here we go for 8. Last 7. Squeeze your buns at the top. Squeeze and lower. 6. Final 5. Sit low in 4. Hold it down in 3. 2, hold it down on 1, pulse it out, lift your right heel, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it out, left heel up, pulse 8, 7, keep your weight balanced, 6, 5, 4. You can always release your weights, 3, 2, 1. Lift both heels up, little pulse or hold, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, I'll face forward, 2, 1, take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Release your weights, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Move through your chaturanga, dandasana, your flow. Take a deep breath in. Down dog is where we meet. Cardio burst, inhale, gaze forward towards the top of your mat. Exhale, mountain climbers. Right knee, left elbow, across the body. Step it back, high plank. Left knee across the body to your right elbow. Step back. Flow slow, back, cross, back, or speed it up into a sprint. Move as fast as your body allows. Gaze down, press into your hands. You can always hold high plank. We're here for 30 seconds. It already started. You're almost halfway there. Keep going, breathe it out. You got it, dig deep. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, last 7, 6. Let the heart rate go up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High plank, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Whew, take a deep breath in. And an open mouth exhale, sigh it out. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, across the body. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step all the way through. Locate your weights. Inhale, crescent lunge. Remember all those pointers on alignment. Keep it going here. As you exhale, draw your weights to your shoulders. Flip your weights up as you lower your forearms parallel to the floor. Shoulders down your back. Lunge into your left knee, 90-90 in both knees. Begin to pulse your arms up as you pulse your knee down. Down. So it's a little bicep curl and a lunge pulse. Here we go for 8, 7. We're gonna move into a lunge fly combo, a little lunge warrior 3 combo. We'll go there in 4. Listen for the change. In 3, 2, on 1. From here, shift forward towards your front leg. Straighten your arms, flip your weights back. Stand on your right leg. You can tap your toes down to start. Then you lower your body parallel to the floor, weights above your hips. So a little tricep kickback and warrior 3 in your legs. Then soften your front knee. Land back in that 90-90 in your arms and knee and pulse twice. So 2 pulse, and then a fly, tap and lift. 2 pulse, fly. All right, keep going just like that. We're here for 8 of these. So find your balance, feel your left glute. As you fly your leg back, try not to keep your knee bent. You're working with your glute, keeping your hips squared. We're here for 6 more. Sometimes you fall off balance, that's okay. We're finding all those little fine twitch muscles. They're activating to stabilize your entire body. They're very important to work. We only work through finding a balance. So that's great. Here we go for 4. And lift. We'll hold it up in 3. And lift. Hold it back in 2. And lift. Hold it up on 1. Here we go. Hold the fly. It's a little lift for 8. Flex your ankle. Hips squared. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend into your front knee. Land. Woo. Off balance. Waist to shoulders. Exhale, warrior 2. Spin your back heel down. Arms to a W. Straighten your front leg. Bicep curl. Waist through shoulders and open. Shoulders and open. Keep going just like that. Bicep curl. In and out. In and out. As you straighten your front leg, avoid dumping into your knee. Pull up on your quad. Pull up. Belly pulled in. We're here for 8. 7, 6, 5. Shoulder press in. 4, 3, 2. On 1, stop halfway. Straighten your arms and then bend. Straighten and bend. Weights directly over your shoulders. Avoid bringing them together. Up and lower. 8. Last 7, 6, 5, 4. Hold it down in 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down. Now fly your forearms together and open. Together and open for 8. Last 7. Avoid flaring your ribs. Keep your ribs knitted in. Here we go. 6, 5, 4. Elbows together in 3, 2, and 1. Hold it in. Little punch up. Can you lunge deeper into your front knee? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Waist through shoulders. Whew. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Waist through shoulders. Pivot forward. Plant your weights. Breathe in. Exhale, down dog is where we meet. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Second set of our flow, left side. Inhale, look forward, moving through the whole thing. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Without the weights this time, inhale, chair pose. Raise your arms to the sky. As you exhale, hands behind your head. Stand up nice and tall. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Avoid interlacing your fingers. Stack your palms. Sit into a wide squat here and pulse. Wider, heels in slightly, toes out. Pulse. 8, 7, 6. We're going to move into a standing squat sumo crunch. Here we go in 5, 4. Listen for the change in 3, 2, on 1. Stand on your right leg. Draw your left leg. Right knee to parallel. Then crunch your left elbow towards your right knee. Sit low into your squat and alternate crunch. We squat and crunch. Squat and crunch. Avoid pulling on your head. Instead, use your abdominals to find that crunch. Here we go for 8 on each side. Lower and crunch. 8. Last 7. And 7. 6. 6. Woo. 5. Here we go. Halfway there. Pull your belly in. Keep your chest lifted. 4. Breathe it out. Dig deep. 3. 2. 2 on the left. Last 1. Even it out. 1 on each side. Hold it down. Hands to heart. Pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, high to mid plank. There's a lot of tricep push-ups. If you're going for the full expression, take a deep breath in. Down dog is where we meet. Breathe in and breathe out. Second set of cardio bursts. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, mountain climber. Left knee to right elbow. Send it back. Right knee left and back. Slow or fast. Speed it up here for 30 seconds. Again, when I started cueing it, that's when it started. Hold your high plank or keep going. Let your heart rate go up. Let the perspiration fall down. Stay with it. Dig deep. It's Saturday. Saturday. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. High plank in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High plank. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Woo. Take a deep breath in. And a breath out. Left side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, cross. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step forward. Locate your weights. Inhale, crescent lunge. Stand up, weights through shoulders, and up. Exhale, weights through shoulders. Flip your weights to face you. Lower your forearms parallel to the floor. Lunge into your right knee and start to pulse your forearms and your right knee down and up. Down and up for 8, 7, 6. Getting into that warrior 3 lunge combo in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Stand on your left leg. Tap your right toes down to start. Fly your arms and your leg up and then land softly, pulse twice and fly it up. There we go. Keep your hips squared as you fly. It's challenging. Think of hip bones like headlights facing down. Pulse, pulse, and fly. Here we go. 7 more. Pulse, pulse, and fly. And fly. Keep breathing. 5 more. Pulse, pulse, and fly. 4 more. Pulse, pulse, and fly. Try to stay in that resistance mode so you're not using any momentum or falling into it. 3. We'll hold it up in 2. And back. Last one. Pulse, pulse, hold it up. Little pulse for 8, 7. Micro bend your bottom knee. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Land. Inhale. Weights through shoulders. Exhale, warrior 2. Open up. From here, flip your weights to face forward. Straighten your front leg as you hug a tree and open. Hug a tree and open. Keep going just like that. So you're creating an oval shape as you bring your arms together. Oval. Softening through your elbows. Here for 8. Avoid letting your elbows sink down. They are pointed up in line with your forearms. 5, 4, 3. It's challenging today too. Last one. Bend your knee, lower your weights down, flip them forward. It's a raise and lower, raise and lower. As you look forward, your weights stop in front of your shoulders. Right over in line with your shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5. Avoid dumping into your front knee. Remember, hold on that musculature. Up, getting into your quad, into your hammy. 5, 4, avoid leaning forward with your chest also. 3, I love having the computer here so that I can see myself, or a mirror, see myself as I move. 2, hold it up on 1, it's a little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights through shoulders and out, pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights through shoulders, bend your front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Lower your weights down. Move through your flow. I'll go with you. We lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog is where we meet. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, inhale, high plank. Lower to your knees for a moment. Place your weight into your right hand. From here, step back to high plank or keep it nearby you. Keep it nearby. Walk your heels together. Roll onto the pinky edge of your left foot. Grab your weight. Draw your weight through your shoulder and up, shoulder and rotate. Shoulder and up, shoulder and rotate. You can either stay here or kneel down to your bottom knee, or you can find a modified side plank, both knees on the ground. Find that rotation. Keep your shoulder stacked over your wrist and your elbow nice and soft. Here we go for 8. We'll repeat the same thing on the other side after this in 7, 6, lots of variations with your legs. 5, 4, through shoulder and up, shoulder and rotate. 2, and 1, hold it up, inhale. Exhale, waist through shoulder, pivot forward, and get ready for the other side. I'll face this direction so that I see you in the camera. Roll onto your bottom knee or your feet stacked, waist through shoulder and up, shoulder and rotate, shoulder and up, shoulder and rotate. There we go. Avoid leaning away. Keep your shoulder stacked over your wrist. Soften through your elbow. 8, last 7, 6, 5, 4, last 3, back to high plank in 2, last 1, finish it off, inhale, exhale, high plank, lower to your knees, inhale to a little cow pose, exhale to a cat. Walk your knees towards your wrists at the top of your mat, have a seat on your heels, roll up to seated, and then swing your legs out in front of you, preparing for our supine work. Plug your big toes into the mat. Walk your heels forward if you need to. Hands behind your thighs to start. Sit up nice and tall. Think belly off of thighs, rooting down through your sits bones where weights remain nearby. We're going to need them. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, begin to C curve. Slowly lower down. Release your hands when you're ready. And lower down for 8. Last 7. Like a crank. 6, 5, 4. All the way down in 3, 2, on 1. All the way down. Take a full body stretch. Breathe in. And breathe out. Again, like that, because you feel so good. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, let's add on some bridge work. Walk your heels in towards your sit bones. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Lengthen your tailbone down. Find your neutral alignment of your pelvis. Locate your weights. Place your weights in your hands and open your upper arms out to a T position. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, curl your tailbone up. First, we'll do it slow. Rise up 1 vertebra at a time into your bridge. As you rise up, raise your weights over your shoulders. Exhale, slowly lower down 1 vertebra at a time. Lower your elbows down. Now we'll speed it up. It's up for 2 and lower for 2. Up for 2 and lower for 2. Keep going just like that. Up for 2. Initiate from your abdominals. Down for 2. Up for 2 and down for 2. Let's go 4 more. Up for 2 and down for 2. Up for 2, down for 2. Last 2. Up and lower. Keep that articulation going. Up. Hold it up. It's a little pulse of your hips. Soften your elbows. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, rise up onto your tippy toes. You can walk your heels in a little closer. Keep your heels lifted. Tap your hips down. Lower your elbows down. And now straighten your arms to a T with your weights face up. Now it's a hinge from your hips as you lift. Draw your weights over your chest. Exhale, lower down and tap. So we lift and lower. Remain on the balls of your feet. Lift and lower. I'm walking my heels in closer to me. Micro bend your elbows. Keep your ribs knitted in. Here we go for 10. Last 9. 8. Working our chest here. Like hug a tree, like we did standing. Now we're moving against gravity even more. 5. We'll keep it up in 4. 3. 2. Keep it up on 1. It's a little pulse of your hips. Just hold your arms up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. Lower your hips down. Bend your elbows. Lower your waist down by your sides. From here, toe heel your feet together. feet together. Instead of letting your knees butterfly open, allow them to be in a diagonal towards the corner of your room. Keep your hands on your weight so that your arms are active off of the floor. They're not lower down. From here, we hinge. Lift your hips up and lower. Lift and lower. So now we're working the outer glutes. Inner thighs are working to stabilize your pelvis. So all the musculature of your deep abdominals are working oh so hard. Here we go for 10. Last 9, 8, 7, 6. We'll keep it up in 5, 4, 3. Keep it up in 2. On 1, keep it up. We pulse it out for 10, 9, 8. It's a little lift and squeeze of your glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips down. Open your knees to a butterfly. Just a stretch to start. Separate your hands a little wider so that if you rolled your fingers, you wouldn't hit your thighs. We're going to add a chest lift next. Squeeze your feet together, very important to keep that squeeze so your inner thighs are still working, but not your hip flexors. As we add a chest lift, take a deep breath in. Exhale, add a chest lift. As you do so, your weights roll away from you just because you're lifting your chest. Then lower your chest down as you inhale. Exhale, lift. Try to roll it 2 cranks and then roll it back. 2 cranks up and 2 cranks back. If you don't like the weights underneath your hands, you can always place your hands behind your head. And again, avoid interlacing. Palms stacked up and down. Feet pressed together. Here we go for 10. Last 9. 8. I prefer hands behind my head, personally. 6. 5. Feet pressed together. Don't forget it. I forgot it. 5. Hold it up in 4. 3. 2. Hold it up on 1. It's a little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your head down for a moment. Inhale. Now we add on. Exhale, clam crunch. Lift your feet up. Lift your chest, elbows to knees. Inhale, we lower down. Exhale, lift. You don't need to lower all the way to the ground, especially if you feel like your spine is arching. You can't keep your abdominals controlled. Decrease your range of motion. You don't need to go very far. You can stop here and crunch, or go as far as you can, keeping everything connected for 10. That's 9. We'll hold it up in 8, 7. Inhale, exhale, 6. Woo, 5. Hold it together in 4, 3, 2. Hold it together on 1. We pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it. Knees to elbows, elbows to knees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your head down. Keep your feet together, knees apart. Grab onto your shins or your knees and rock side to side. Whew. Release your thighs, find a happy baby pose. Embrace the opening in your hips here. Capture whatever's accessible, your feet, your shins, your thighs, and then pull down using your biceps to open your hips. You can even straighten your legs out one at a time or both into a V. Traction the back of your head, your shoulders, and your tailbone against the ground. Whew, take a deep breath in. And a breath out. All right, let's do one more exercise, one more abdominal exercise. Open your arms to a T position. Bring your shins parallel to the floor. From here, it's not a supine twist. This is an abdominal exercise called hip sway. Sway your knees to the right, keeping your knees together, your shoulders glued to the mat. As you exhale, contract your left oblique. Bring your legs back in through center. Inhale, shift to the left. Exhale, bring it back through center. So variation one is here, knees bent. Variation 2, we'll straighten our legs. Come through center, straighten your legs, tick to the right, and talk through center. Tick to the left, and talk, tick tock. All right, that's variation 2. Variation 3, we tick tock. Then make a U shape to the other side. And come back through center to repeat on the other side. Shift, U to the other way. And come through center. Repeat 4 more times. U. It's challenging. Keep breathing. Avoid holding your breath here. Avoid getting into your back. So reduce your range of motion. Even if your U is very shallow here, that's great. You're doing just as much work. Here for 2 more. Last one. Whew. All right, come through center. Hug your knees into your chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take a figure 4 stretch. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Grab whatever's accessible. Your foot can be even on the ground as you push your thighs away, or interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. You can rock side to side or remain still and steady. The intention here is to get into the right outer hip. Speaking of intentions, what was that word or phrase that you thought of in the beginning of class? How did you rock it? How did you get that intention to be present and show itself as you worked? Through the strength you've created, the balance, the ease. Do you feel that in your body? How can you take that off of your mat today? That's what it's all about. Setting an intention for not only your practice, but for the entire day. All right, come through center, cross your knees, open your arms to a T. Tap your left toes down, shift your hips to the right, and then take a supine twist. Lower your knees to the left, keep your shoulders on the ground. You can even gaze to your right shoulder. And just be still. Let the stretch happen organically with your breath. So you're not forcing any twisting. It's just happening because you're breathing in. And using your exhale to surrender into it. Just like hip sway, use your core. Inhale, return your knees back in through center. Uncross your knees, hug both knees into your chest and neutralize. And then we switch sides, that whole series and flow on the other side, starting with figure 4. Find your variation, whatever works for you, balance your body. Breathe in, breathe out. Once again, taking a moment to think about your intention, what that looks like when you approach the rest of your day in your relationships, your communication, in your observations of what's going on without reacting, observing how you can fill in with balance or strength even, purpose, so many different intentions that you can have day to day may evolve based on what your day looks like, what you feel. Pause here, cross your knees, tap your right toes down, shift your hips to the left, and exhale, supine twist. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back through center, uncross your knees, hug both knees into your chest. Place your feet on the floor. You can straighten your legs out in front of you, moving to a roll up, Pilates roll up. Raise your hands up towards the ceiling, take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Roll all the way up. Keep the C curve in your spine as you reach forward and then forward fold. Grab onto whatever's accessible. Your hands to your ankles, your shins, your knees. Breathe in. Again, always keep your belly slightly engaged in these stretches. And exhale. Come back up. Raise your arms overhead. Just your right leg to the right corner of your mat. Left foot to your right inner thigh. Interlace your fingers. Pivot towards your right leg. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Capture the top of your foot. Square your chest to your right leg and rest your forehead onto your right knee. Bending your knee as much as you need to. It could be bent here. That's okay. Then slide your heel forward. Stop when you can't keep your forehead connected to your knee. By doing this, you're contracting your throat, thyroid gland massage, Also getting a stretch of your QL, your side bending muscle of your lower back. Feels so nice. Keep your arms overhead. Inhale breaths, raising abdominals. Right hand to your right leg, left hand up and over. Anchor your left thigh down. Again, that nice side body stretch. Whew, I love side body stretches. You'll find them in all my classes. Ooh. All right, come back through center, arms overhead. Let's switch legs. Left leg in, right leg, left leg out, right leg in. Pivot towards your left leg and forward fold. Hands to your foot, forehead to your knee, and then slide into it. Stopping when your forehead lifts. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, come back up. Pivot forward, release your left hand down. Right hand up and over, side body stretch. Avoid letting your right knee lift. Anchor it to the floor. I like hand behind the head in order to find a little bit more of a spiral and stretch along the right side body. All right, inhale, come back up through center. I'm going to face this direction. We're going to roll down once again. So once you sit up nice and tall, pull your belly in, reach forward, and exhale, take it down for 8. You can always bend your knees. 7. For last work. 6, 5, 4, all the way down. 3, 2, last 1. Land. Take a full body stretch. Inhale. And exhale, open your arms to a T, rest your body, close your eyes into our final resting. Just less than 1 minute to remain incredibly still and silent, to observe our thoughts, our breath, and also to heal our body after all that work. Prepare for the rest of this glorious day. Remain silent and still for just a few moments, and we'll guide you out when it's time. Please remain in this resting pose for a few more breaths. But if you're ready to continue the rest of this day, just start to awaken your body through movements that feel good to you, movements that require very little energy but are so effective. Full body stretch, roll of your wrists to your ankles, then bend your knees and roll onto your favorite side in fetal position. Rest your head on your arm like a pillow. When you're ready, press down into both palms to rise up to a seated position. Cross your shins and sit up nice and tall. And fold your hands at your heart center. You can close your eyes here and take a moment to thank yourself as you round down in preparation for the rest of this day. Thank yourself for dedicating this hour to moving and breathing and setting an intention for yourself. I thank you for allowing me to guide you. And as a symbol of gratitude, raise your thumbs to your eyes. May we always see the light within each other, the light within ourselves, and the teacher within every experience along the way. In gratitude, we take a deep breath in together and fold forward in gratitude with a bow of thank you to each other. Have a great rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed practice. This is the last of our online series. Starting next week, or in a couple weeks, we'll see you back in the studio. So excited to meet you all in person. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.